Let's meet the green team.
Will Kirby, Big Brother.
We got Will as, kind of a traitor from Big Brother.
Will, you snake! Oh my God! Chip's the captain!
Chip as a captain.
Let's meet the light blue team.
Mike Boogie Malin, Big Brother.
The problem with Jonathan is he's too headstrong.
From a scale from 1 to 10, okay? Who feels that they're a 10 on the obstacle course? I mean, who feels that they're a 9 on the obstacle course?
I'm not afraid of that.
Okay, so then it has to be 3 guys. So can I be? Can I be on that? Okay.
Chip has to be captain. He's just a great guy. You couldn't let me be the captain. I would tear everybody apart. I'd have the girls crying in 5 minutes. So Chip had to be captain.
The problem with Jonathan is he thinks he's so good at everything.
I mean, what do you want to do everything and let everyone sit on the side?
This is about winning. Jonathan from The Amazing Race, the blowhard of the group. He really wanted to be the leader.
This is about winning. If you think that that's the best team, I'll sit back. But if it's not the best team when we get there, it becomes about ego, then I'm going to be pissed.
They will now square off against the winner of the Team Chip and Team Jervis race, which took place just a moment ago. Jervis of Survivor, Mike Boogie of Big Brother, and Chris Russo of The Apprentice went up against Team Chip, and they had their problems. They never really got it going.
Kick it in gear!
Bang him up. In a not-so-amazing race. So Team Jervis wins. However, a 3-second penalty for touching the water. That could cost Team First, but barely has won the race.
And Ryan Worth, we had a ringer with him. I mean, that kid's been playing baseball since he was born. He walked out there all dorky, doesn't look like he's going to do it, and he brought the house down. That guy brought the heat.
Twice, and now has just one more chance to put some points on the board for his team. He chose Mike Boogie of Big Brother, and talk about coming through in the clutch. Right on the mark, 3 important points for Team Miz. So after one round of throws, Team Jervis and Team Chip tied for the lead with 6 points apiece. Team Jervis entrusted their final 3 throws to Chris. Team Miz has just 3 throws remaining. Can they still force a tie with Team Chip? Third and final for the mark. Team Chip wins the dunk tank and takes home 100 points. That much. Omarosa's with the winner.
You want to be first? Okay. Maybe feel confident. Okay, so I'll be first.
Good. That's going to be great. Get the hell out of here.
Jonathan from The Amazing Race, he is not anyone's favorite. He has a big yapper and he keeps yapping it, and at the end of the day, I don't know if he's got the skills to back it up.
That's what Battle of the Reality Stars is all about.
Eliminations are just part of the game. To win this game, you're going to have to walk that fine line. Some people are going home. At the end of the day, it doesn't bother me.
Seriously, this is the nicest couple I've ever met.
Because I was a player who won my show by cheating the entire time. I backstabbed everyone, and rarely do I meet people of your...
They're that genuine?
Yeah, I mean, this is... Seriously, it's really impressive.
So much together, but, you know, one of us had to go.
You get to stay with your husband.
I made the decision that I needed to leave so it would be fairer for everybody else.
She sacrificed herself for our team, or so we thought. But also, good things happen to good people. That's why she bounced right back in.
I'm a really good swimmer, and I'll sit out Simon Says.
I'm a swallows to the guys.
The best thing about my team is we're one unit. We're a united front.
Will, I know, really wants to win, and Sue Hawk is a freaking trucker. Are you kidding? If she loses, she's running over everybody.
Dodge, catch, dodge, catch, dodge, catch.
The light blue team is very concerned about Melissa Howard from the red team. She won the MTV Inferno Challenge by playing Simon Says.
This is ridiculous. This is redunculous. It's a sham, it's a mockery, it's a travesty. It's a shemakum trap.
And so long, Big Brother. Team Jervis is wiped out. They finish in last place.
Adam's not even playing Simon Says.
Adam's missed 15 games.
Just absorb it.
Teams took some shots and delivered some of their own. Team Chip eventually took control. Theo from Road Rules makes the clutch grab. And the evil doctor, Will Kirby, makes a house call, showing off his good hands. Team Chip. They defeat Team Miz and advance to the final. Dr. Will Kirby, the winner of Big Brother 2, has that confident look heading into the dodgeball showdown.
Got Theo with the iron arm. We got Dr. Will catching the balls. And then you look over there and you got Nikki McKibben looking like she's in withdrawals on something, you know, all scratching her body and flailing all out.
Dodgeball final, we're underway. And the evil Dr. Will Kirby, the first to go. Carla, the evil doctor shows off his arm. Melissa Howard is eliminated. Team Coral is being destroyed. Just 2 players remain. Will Weichel and Adam Mesh. Weichel, the registered nurse, misses there, and now he needs first aid. He's out. Adam Mesh stays alive. His catch brings Evan Marriott back into the game. Evan showing off his $1 million arm, the reality heartthrob on a rampage.
TV guide poll, America voted on which reality star would just have to be taken out first in a game of dodgeball. And the winner is...
When you're competing with The Miz, you better get your swole on. Too, so we're definitely going to win.
The lead after 4 legs and into the water, the final leg right here. Mike Boogie holding the lead for Team Jervis. And that could be huge. But watch out, here comes The Miz. Mike The Miz, the new leader. What a flip turn by Mike The Miz. He overtakes Mike Boogie. Team Jervis is in second place right now, and they'll have to keep that position if they are going to avoid the elimination process at the end of the day. The Miz smoked that final 50 meters. Unbelievable. They win the swimming relay. Mike Boogie bringing Team Jervis home second. Team Chip will have to settle for third. And
I want to stay with my team. I don't want to mess in with me.
I would take the 2 weakest players from light blue, move them to red, and keep red the weakest team.
Dark blue strategy was genius. We've lost our spirit, our skills, our energy, our cohesiveness.
Are you guys looking at what this says?
After Jervis was taken off our team and sent to the red team, we had the responsibility of picking a new captain. Immediately, Jonathan said, I'm the captain, I'm the captain, I'm the captain, I'm the captain now. And we're all like, no, you're not. And Chris and I stood up and said, no, bro, we're drawing again. So we drew it out of a box, and I just cringed when Jerry pulled out his name.
Baker.
All right.
Congratulations.
The light blue team is now being led by Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
They're going down!
I'm terrible at building.
Let's go.
You're gonna have to step up.
I can build.
You know how to build shit?
I can build. Everybody has to build.
Everyone's building.
Everyone's building. Yeah. Do you know how to build stuff? You seem like a handy girl.
We all have to build.
I can build, bro.
And materials, I can build.
Okay. How much you weigh?
one team's going home. Play of the game, Chris Russo. Back to pass and picked off by Mike The Miz. His team advances to the finals in football.
Yes, it matters. The idea is to pick. What didn't you understand about that?
I was afraid he was going to pick it off.
Afraid? What do you mean afraid? He did pick it off.
Mike Boogie, a big brother, upset with David Daskell, saying he ran an average Joe route, costing his team the game. And they're still going at it.
Why am I blaming you? Because we agreed on one thing. 2 guys run out and go like that. We did it 20 seconds earlier.
Come on, Boogie, dude. No.
Don't talk.
I still don't think it was like my fault. I was open where I was. He just threw the ball to the other team, but it's all good.
I might be packing my bags because this idiot comes in here today. He wasn't even on this team. He wasn't a part of the show. And, you know, he's messing with my money right now.
I still think he's an actor. It's just physically impossible for this guy to be that goofy.
Brian wetting his whistle as Team Chip. Off his back foot, incomplete.
Interference! She wasn't looking at the ball.
Team Chip looking for the interference call.
David Daskell blew it. He's terrible. We decided to throw to him because they wouldn't be expecting it. And my man, for some reason, just ran straight out and just stood there like an idiot.
I didn't think it was anybody's fault. I was still open, even though I ran a different pattern than what we had planned on.
2 guys run out and go like that. We did it 20 seconds earlier.
We were given 30 minutes to put the soapbox together. Now look, God didn't bless me with charisma, good looks, or intelligence, but I can build a soapbox car like a freak.
Right.
But these, you guide with your feet.
steer with
The steering we have got to figure out. We have nothing about the steering.
I like this. I like this.
All right, let's test it. Let's build it.
Mike Boogie will provide the push, and here now Bob Guinea with the rest of the lineups.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I think we're going to see some interesting stuff coming with Jonathan as a captain. He might be basically doing every event for his team.
Next up, Team Jonathan. And remember, Jonathan, the team captain, elected himself to be the driver. He'll have a lot to answer for if this doesn't work out. His team certainly will give him hell if he doesn't perform well. Mike Boogie with the push, and there's a switch.
After I pushed Jonathan at the start, I pulled out the wooden piece, started running down the hill to try to get a good look as he crossed the finish line. Instead, I saw him upside down on the track. There was a little part of me that kind of enjoyed it. I didn't want him hurt, but I kind of did like the fact that he was upside down on his head.
Jonathan going head over heels here in his soapbox derby.
The car's exactly where it belongs. We lost by 10 seconds to all 3 teams. I can't even speculate, but I do know that 7-year-olds do a better job of racing these cars than Light Blue did. The next event is how I am going to score with my teammate Brittany from Top Model, because I have pretty much given up on events of the day.
I'm not a strong runner. Will's an okay runner. Nikki smokes, Sue smokes. Maybe if you drug a Marlboro or something in front of Nikki and Sue, they would get around the track quicker. That's actually a good idea.
I'm pretty much just going to do some sideline time with Brittany because I think it's going to be a lot more productive.
Teams need to stay alive. Team Jonathan Baker handing off to Jerry Manthe. She's in first, but here comes Mike the Miz taking over the lead for Team Miz. And turning it on as he heads for the curve. Jerry Manthe in the light blue being passed by Dr. Will. Team Chip now in second, and here comes Will Weichel for Team Coral in red. Jerry Manthe falling well off the pace. And that could be the beginning of the end for Team Jonathan. Fourth leg coming up. Mike the Miz about to hand off to his teammate Heidi from The Apprentice. Kim McAllister now setting sail for Team Chip. Melissa Howard for Tim.
There's no one in the whole contest as fast as Jervis. No. Do the math. The only way that the blue team has a chance is if they go break Jervis's leg.
Well, I think, honestly, I think he's faster than both of us. Okay, bro?
My only thought is I could sleep a lot better after this if Chris went up against Jervis. You know, Jonathan has not really risen to the occasion at times.
Chris, you can definitely do this, man. No chance in hell.
Bodacious Mike Boogie.
It's just kind of ironic that Jervis was our team captain and then he knocks us out and sends us home.
Nikki gave it her best shot. Wasn't good enough. Round 2 begins now with Team Chips. Dr. Will Kirby, a notorious schemer on Big Brother 2, but he has proven to be the ultimate team player here. Trishelle caught up with the doctor.
Hello, we are here with Will Kirby. Excuse me, Dr. Will Kirby from Big Brother 2. How are you doing?
I can't complain. Things are good.
So what has been going on since Big Brother 2?
I'm the chief resident of dermatology at Pacific Hospital in Long Beach, and I'm a restaurateur. I work with Mike Boogie. And if that can't hook you up, I don't know what can.
Now that you've won Big Brother 2 and you're on reality television and all that stuff, I mean, you have patients, right? And do they recognize you? What's the deal with that?
It's really interesting. I don't have to tell people I'm a good doctor, because if you spend 5 minutes with me, you'll know I'm a good doctor. So bottom line, people want a young, confident doctor, and they know where to find one.
By the way, ladies, Will is single.
Very
So if you would like to meet a single, handsome doctor who won Big Brother, you can put the number on the screen right now.
I'm easy to get a hold of, lady.
555 Willie.
I'm easy to find.
Okay, the good doctor will attempt 4 feet for 4 points. And guess what, folks? He has done this before. He specialized in tattoo removal, but he tattooed that jump to put his team in the lead.
Fine. You know, everyone will use that. I don't know. And then also, every show there was 2 or 3 cameos from famous 1970s stars, which were hilarious. But everyone got $4,000 for showing up. We stayed at a hotel.
Per day?
No, you got $4,000 total for the 7 days, plus $500 if you did the reunion at the end of the week. So you got $4,500. But and then you got like your stipend was something like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like $80 or $90 a day food stipend. But they just gave it to you in your, no, was it $100 a day? Whatever it was, they gave you like $800 or $900 extra in your check. You buy your own food. They're like, this is your stipend, but we're not giving it to you. We're just putting it in your check so that you buy your own food. So you walked away with a check for like $5,300 plus the chips, plus it took a week. Plus it was like, just everyone got along. It was awesome every night. There was parties. Like, it was just really,
Are they going to have
fun.
it again?
They're not, because the ratings were terrible. And the winning team got an additional $10,000, and they were there the exact same amount of time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, my team was eliminated on the final day, but like the team that beat us, they got 14. They got like $15,000 each for the week. Well, I mean, $15,000 for the week. Think what we're getting for 3 months. If you come in third on this show, you're getting like a little more than that. You know, like. 3 months. And it took 8 days. Plus limos, transportation, everything was totally.
crazy.
It was so much fun. I can't even tell
When
you.
was it?
3
It
months.
was exactly last summer.
Oh.
And it was me, Boogie, and then Will Weichel from Big Brother, and then but every show
Will
was
Weichel?
represented. Yeah.
Wasn't Diane on it too?
No, but she was there at the pool the first day I got there. It was all like the first. Like I'm telling you, it was so awesome. Like you got there the first day, their limo picked you up. They took you there, and they're like, "Okay, Mr. Kirby, here's your key to your room, and here's your
Where was it at?
In Westlake Village at a really nice hotel, not like the Universal Sheraton. And you go there, like Boogie and I instantly upgraded, and they gave us this big suite together. But like you go there, and you just there's wine in your room and like a welcome card, like thanks for participating. And every day, here's the other thing: every day, all the clothes were from American Apparel, and every day you had your clothes brand new, ironed, new towels. You walked in, you had new shoes, new Nikes every day. Like everything
that
was
sounds
taken.
fun.
It was so much fun.
How did you and Boogie get picked for it?
They just called me up and were like, "Will you do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, bring my Boogie." And they were like, "Cool, we'll do it." I was like, "I'll do it if you bring Boogie." Or he did it that
Did
to me.
Erin do
I can't
it?
remember. No, she didn't do it because she was working, and then she did the reunion show. But they asked her to do it. And that's where she and I met on the reunion show. But everyone, like, it was some MTV
Oh, that's
kids.
where you met?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some MTV kids, some Real World, like Real World, Road Rules, Amazing Race, Survivor, Big Brother. Everyone was represented.
Fun.
It was so cool. But I mean, like, we would go, like, you were in a locker room, and then the screen would come on, and it's like, open up your lockers, and you'd open them up, and there'd be like wrist pads, eye gear, headgear, and it's like kickball. It's like kickball, go, and you have to run out of the court and just start, or like dodgeball, and like you go out, and you're just playing instantly. You're playing dodgeball, and as soon as it's over, they have like all these trainers to like ice you down, and like because it was at Pepperdine, so they had like people there to help you like do stuff, like give
How
you
many reality stars were there?
40. And then, yeah, it was so much fun. And then, then you go, then you have a break and you eat lunch. And then
who
it's
was like the biggest reality star there?
Richard
besides
Hatch
you?
was there. He won Survivor, won. Sue Hawk was there. Joe Schmo.
Who's Joe Schmo?
He was on Joe Schmo show. His name's Matt
I don't know
Gould.
who that
It's
is.
the show where it was a fake show on Spike.
Oh, I remember that.
He was
That's
really
funny.
cool. A lot of American Idol kids. Someone from The Swan. From The Bachelor. So, all the major shows were represented.
Who else was there from Big Brother? Oh, Will Weichel.
Yeah. It was so weird. No one introduced me to him, and my team barely ever played his team, so I never even met him to the last day when his team was already eliminated. He was like, "Hey, my name's Will," and I was like, "Oh, what show are you from?" He's like, "Big Brother," and I was like, "Your name's Will and you're from Big Brother? Is this a joke?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Oh, okay, nice to meet you."
I've met him before in New York.
He was
So
really nice. Yeah, he's a real
So
cool guy.
sweet.
It was so much different.
Was your friend Theo there?
Yeah, he was on my team too. So we were like, yeah! We were so excited.
Was Boogie on your team?
No, and Boogie's team sucked, and they kept losing
Who was
everything.
on his team? Just shitty players?
No, what happened is Boogie had the best team. He had my buddy Jervis from Survivor, who's an amazing athlete, and then he had the hot team. Then he had one of the girls from America's Next Top Model. He had Tina Fabulous from The Bachelorette, and then he had Jonathan Baker from The Amazing Race, who everyone hates. And then he had
What was that?
this just really dick. And then he had, who else did he have? And then he had this kid from The Apprentice, Chris, who was cool as hell.
Chris.
I don't know.
I watched The Apprentice.
Really cool kid, Apprentice 1.
Oh.
Anyway, so he had this really solid team. They were really well balanced. And then the first day, they crushed everyone. And we were like, damn, that team's going to dominate us. Because Jervis was a super athlete. And then the next day, they lost this one specific contest. Another team won a specific contest, and they allowed 2 people to be removed from Boogie's team.
Oh, no.
So those people got traded to another team, and then 2 new people came in who sucked. One of them was from Average Joe. He's this nerdy kid.
What's his name?
David Daskell. He was this super nerdy guy and weird hair. And then Boogie's team just lost every single contest from then on out and was the first team eliminated. And just got crushed in every game over.
Was the Adam guy from Average Joe there?
He was on my team.
I like him.
From Average Joe. Yeah, he was Adam Mesh.
I like him.
No, he wasn't on my team. The kid from Average Joe, Brian Worth from Boston. He was on the second one. He made it all the way to the finals with the hot girl. He was the nerd. Coolest guy you've ever met. Coolest. I mean,
Who
this
else from
kid.
Average Joe is there?
David Daskell, Brian Worth, and then Adam Mesh was not on our team, and he was not that nice.
He wasn't?
No, he was kind of, Theo got in a fight with him.
I loved
actually,
him on the
threw a
show. He
ball
was
into his
oh my
head.
God, I loved him.
But Brian Worth was awesome, and one of the contests was a dunk booth, and Brian So Brian Worth grew up in Boston. He's like a huge Boston Red Sox fan, and he, from like certain times.
Give a fuck who the Boston Red Sox announcer is. Like, kill us. Do you mind?
It's a good place to put that.
Hell, I thought there was no Chilltown.
So anyway, he was a huge Boston Red Sox fan, and he got assigned to do this dunk booth, and we were like, oh man, like I hope he can do it, I hope he can do it. And he hit like 3 in a row, and I'm not doing a good job explaining it, but like the chances of him doing it was like exceedingly small. So our team like went up in rankings, but it was like his dream to be like a baseball pitcher, and he just crushed this one contest, and we were like so excited for him, and like we held him up. It was like it was really sweet.
Why were the ratings so bad?
Because
Wait, what channel was it on?
Bravo.
Oh.
I'll tell you exactly why. There was 40 people, and I thought it was going to smash in the ratings, but there was 40 people, and there was 4 teams, and it was the world's most confusing show because it wasn't like here's 14 house guests moving into Big Brother. Right. It was like here's 40 people from 7 different shows. They're all mixed up on different teams. Even like husband and wives were on different teams. And then like just like totally confusion. Like sometimes teams got traded, sometimes they got rearranged. Like if you miss an episode, you couldn't even figure out who was on whose team.
Oh, they should have just.
And then it was during Hurricane.
So I like
Katrina.
watching like the Real World Road Rules challenges.
Exactly.
But
I mean, the problem was sometimes the other thing too is we did 3 games a day, and sometimes not everyone participated in every game, and you had to elect people on your team not to participate. So like you might have a team, like we were the green team, and sometimes like I might participate in 3 contests in a row, so I'd be in the entire episode, but the next episode I would be in like 1 out of 3 contests. So if you had like a favorite player, they may or may not be. You were like, where the hell are they on this episode? It was just really confusing. And then not only that, but they had 3 announcers who were reality people, plus the main host, plus all.
Who was the host?
Mike Adamley. He's like a sports host guy, really good at what he did. But then there was also cameos from all these stars from like the 70s, like Lou Ferrigno, the guy from Greatest American Hero, J.J. Walker. So like they had to come in. It was just so many people, like totally confusing.
too
Ricky
many people
Lake.
to like follow a story or
Unless
what's
you were
going on.
so far into it, you just were confused. But the thing is, they filmed it. They were like, "This is going to be awesome." And then I told you they contacted a few of us and were like, "We're going to do this again, and you're going to be a captain of a team, and we're going to have a draft, and we're going to bring everybody in. Like it's going to be like Janelle, Kaser, and they're going to be like, Will, you have 60 seconds to pick your first player." And I'm going to be like, you know, what like Jervis from Survivor, he's super athletic. Boom, my clock stops. Then the next captain, and it's a draft. And
That'd be awesome.
And they were going to do it every year. And we were like, I was so excited. I was like,
and they canceled it.
It seems like.
How bad were the ratings?
Just like, even for a Bravo show, like poor. Not like terrible, but just like I guess for them, just not worth to do it. Not worth doing it. But it was going to be great because it was going to be like they were going to do it for. It was going to be like road rules. Like they were going to do it for the next 20 years, and just every year like add some people and add some people.
Is that what stars?
Yeah.
Why are they not going to do it anymore?
Because the ratings were bad.
Really?